heard the noise before.
Don't have enough time. Tired to work out.
But the truth is,
Can't make it to the gym.
fit
Wondering what to wear.
doesn't
Don't have space.
care. Fit doesn't care why you move, as long as you move for the things that matter. It doesn't care about the rules, about the spotlight, and it definitely doesn't care about barriers. You want to train there? In those elements? What about with them around? Done. And don't even get me started on this guy. It's millions of people making fit happen every single day, with no exceptions. The voices that say you can't, they'll all be there. But fit doesn't care, and neither should you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a special interview with the Leadership Circle. Grant Twible is International Director for Asia Pacific at TRX. TRX are one of the biggest household names in fitness. They are extending their offering across the wellness and health worlds just now, and an exciting launch coming up with TRX Training Club. Grant joins us from Australia, so great to see those markets reopen. Grant, how has this time period been for yourself and for TRX?
Hi, Ross, and yes, thank you for having me, and hello to the fitness community. For TRX, it was obviously a challenging time, but a very good time for us, Ross. You know, having to expand to the growth in particularly consumer fitness and outdoor fitness was a great opportunity for us, and we definitely saw that people who wanted to find their fitness found their fitness. You know, it was an explosion in e-commerce, in marketplace commercial, in retail. People really wanted to take their fitness home with them, and you know, TRX suspension training particularly was really well suited to that, whether it be at home or outdoor. So it was a great opportunity to expand our community and to really, you know, expand a business, but also a lot of challenges with logistics. You know, having to, you know, decrease the lead cycle and the production cycle to, you know, from 3 months to 6 weeks, and move goods all around the world and make sure everybody was happy or unhappy with the supply or demand. There were certainly challenges, but certainly it was a great opportunity to, you know, expand and really help the fitness industry beyond the traditional markets.
Two markets you touched on there, at-home fitness and outdoor fitness, Grant, boom markets in the past 18 months. And as you mentioned, people have really gotten into fitness at home and taking that as ownership for themselves. How do you see these trends of outdoor fitness and at-home fitness continuing, and how's TRX going to play in those trends?
Yeah, I think, Ross, they're definitely here to stay, and we're already sort of seeing, you know, the level, you know, now that we've obviously come through a lot of the pandemic, levels are still much higher than they were at the start, and I think people have enjoyed being more empowered and expect to be more empowered with their fitness and to be able to take it home or take it where they want to go. And I think they've enjoyed getting outdoors. And people, I think, also have just found new fitness habits. You know, they've taken up hiking or walking or surfing or golf or some way to you know, stay fit or balance a healthy lifestyle. So I think they're certainly expecting to take their fitness with them and into new environments. And I think that will continue to grow. TRX has also been working on supporting that by developing our TRX Training Club. So having a virtual platform that people can get the content and support they need. But I'm sure we'll go into that a bit more detail as we go later into the interview.
Now, consumers, as you've mentioned, have picked up new habits, new rituals. Some of those maybe moving away from their traditional, you know, in-club visits that they used to make. Club operators have been hit incredibly difficultly by these last 18 months, Grant, but of course they've innovated and now they're bringing out new ideas, new models, new experiences. When talking to your clients, how have you saw the commercial gym operator, the club operator, how have they remodeled, reconceptualized their floor plan to make sure that they're actually giving the consumer the experiences that will bring them back into club?
It's a great question, Ross. I think firstly, there's been a very diverse experience with the commercial fitness center, depending on your location through the pandemic. We've seen some commercial markets that have, you know, been maybe largely unaffected by the pandemic that have grown and been really strong. And those markets have expanded. If you look at the Taiwanese market in Asia Pacific or certain states in Australia, those commercial markets, just grew basically because more people were looking for fitness. So there are some places where it's been resolute and strong. And we see it bouncing back, particularly in markets like the US right now, where there's been pent-up demand for a while, or new people entering the industry professionally. And so there is a lot of commercial demand that rebounds when confidence is there because more people want their fitness. So certainly be respectful of all the different experiences, but those that have really had to innovate and adapt during the pandemic have certainly taken on some more wellness offerings and diversified their offering. We saw the Pure Gyms in Hong Kong recently take on TRX Yoga in terms of diversifying their offer and functional training. So, I think the experience has been very different for a lot of different aspects of the commercial fitness sector. And so I certainly respect the innovation that is taking place to make sure that we can have as many people come back or re-enter the fitness industry as possible.
So new designs, new programming, new innovation. Great to see the fitness business owners and investors kind of coming out of this stronger. Let's maybe look a step down in the management level to the fitness professional. The trainer themselves, of course, they are a huge community for TRX. How can we as an industry perhaps support their own regrowth and rebirth? And how are TRX doing this?
Yes, Ross, it's certainly been also a very challenging time for many fitness professionals, and they've had to find new ways to do business, which certainly a lot have, whether it's virtually or outdoors. And unfortunately, we've had a lot of people exit the industry. We need to do a better job of retaining and exciting people into the industry, and I'm hopeful that we will moving forward. For TRX, it's certainly one is education, providing education. All of our education is now available virtually through our new platform, the TRX Training Center. And we took initiatives during the pandemic to reach out to large organizations and try to recertify or offer free certification to retain fitness professionals. So I think it's one, providing education and knowledge to help retention and improve skills. We're after a great fitness experience. So I think that's certainly part of it. Another dimension too is also maybe giving fitness professionals more platforms and more ways to do their business. All right. The rise of virtual PT and coaching remotely and having the skills to do that and the platform to do that. Is very important. So certainly TRX with a new TRX Training Center is going to provide that to fitness professionals and hopefully also in partnership with commercial accounts, provide them more opportunities for their fitness professionals.
Well, kudos to you, Grant, and the team at TRX for making sure there are more opportunities for the professionals to continue their career and, of course, commercialize in this new hybrid marketplace. Let's look at strength and conditioning. Let's look at functional training. Two of the key trends in fitness over the past 5 years, they really have been growing in stature and growing in their own reach across multiple demographics. How will strength and conditioning and functional training evolve beyond COVID? And then, of course, we'll be dovetailing into that, Grant. Technology is here. How will technology impact both of those subgenres of fitness?
They're big questions, Ross. I think in terms of functional training, it's great that the industry is being successful with functional training, and more people are demanding and wanting and asking for functional training. So I think this has evolved through some great group training, some HIIT training, some athletic training. But I think as the industry evolves, particularly more into wellness. And across generations, functional training has got to evolve to support different levels of movement. People want to move, and they want to move better, and they want to move beyond being injured or being restricted. So I think functional training, there'll be a greater scale for functional training, and that you'll see certainly an expansion of services, classes, from everyone who's just starting to move to people that are moving very well and very quickly. and having a broad spectrum there. And I think for TRX, we're well positioned, particularly suspension training. It's a great focus or focal point for functional training, and it helps you either take off the load and really be safer with my movement, or to do the opposite, to really increase intensity. So I think, having that adaptability with functional training will be key as we see that expand through the coming years. I think the second part was about technology and how does that support it, Ross?
Yes.
I thank you. I'm obviously the ability to coach somebody through functional movement is a great asset. People can see and repeat, but having a great coach that can pick up the way I'm moving and coach me to move better certainly is going to make functional training more effective. So having technology provide that ability to coach somebody or become a better coach yourself, and to provide response on how I'm doing or encouragement on how I'm doing, will certainly help functional training expand. I think people may have been traditionally a little scared of functional training. It's one area of that commercial gym. It's a new zone I'm a little unfamiliar with, or where the trainers worked out, or where the athletes worked out. And I think as an industry, we need to do a better job of making that less intimidating, more accessible to everybody. And I think technology and redesign will do both of those things.
Now, this is a good segue to talk about TRX Training Club, of course, your new offering to the marketplace. There has been a huge rush now from operators and professionals to try and understand how they can work better in this digital age, how they can have maximum touch points with their clients, both in club and out of club. What benefits and what features does TRX Training Club now bring to the marketplace?
The TRX Training Club is obviously something we've been working on through the whole pandemic. We abbreviate it, like a lot of things, to TTC. And it is a digital platform, and it's also a mobile app. And we have both a consumer focus and a prosumer or industry focus with it. On the consumer side, we've got an on-demand library, which are pre-recorded classes, workouts, exercise tips, done in some professional studios in Los Angeles and London that we've now converted. And then we have a TRX Live component, which is actually a daily schedule of live classes that are being streamed, again, from Los Angeles and London, so to have a global timetable. And then the platform also has the capability to offer virtual sessions, either group or one-on-one, so it can be an interactive experience. And all of those are generally consumer facing, but are also content that apply to the commercial industry. And then on the pro side of the TTC platform, we've got TRX Education, obviously, so we can host a lot of our courses, virtual content there for the development of fitness staffs. And we also have our core platform, which is a complete training platform. It has a booking system. It has a payment system. It has everything, a network of services that allow commercial fitness facilities or their trainers to run their business virtually and remotely. So, the TRX Training Center is really trying to be a great support to the fitness industry. And we're looking for partners, Ross. This is not an exclusive offer. This is a partnership approach we're taking. Someone can take parts of it and integrate it with the services they're already operating, or we can be a support platform to their business in itself.
So consumers can access this very easily. So can fitness professionals. Looking at a club perspective, maybe a hotel perspective, how can they take the training club and bring it into their own facilities, into their own current digital offering?
So just to clarify, yes, all consumers can readily access the TRX Training Center. When they purchase a product, we give them a code with that product, so that's going to give them access to certain content immediately. And that content is also available for trial through our website. Sort of replicating that or bringing that to, whether that's the hotel industry you've asked or the commercial fitness industry you've asked, what we're doing from a partnership perspective is taking on partners that want to host that content. So that content, whether it's on demand or live, can be provided to those facilities so that they can see content. And then there's also the opportunity to on-sell further services through the TRX Training Center. So whether that's someone who's taken a membership, TRX is going to take a partnership approach with that. We can do a revenue share or a rebate program. So, there's a host of sort of free services that are going to provide content, and then further services that are going to provide more services and more detail to the customers that we'll partner with in getting out.
So partnerships is a key focus, Grant. Let's maybe look 12, 24 months down the line. Where do you see TTC in the marketplace? Where do you see TTC in the wider TRX ecosystem?
I think certainly to start with, we'd like to expand our services to the pro community further through the TTC, as we've talked about education, digital education, and services to develop fitness professionals. The better coaches we can make and the more we can empower the fitness industry to deliver a great fitness experience and expand their functional training skills, I think the better off we are for the growth of the industry. So our focus will certainly be there. I think our focus will also be on other partners who have virtual platforms or technology. We're trialing a program right now with MyZone in terms of sharing some content and best practices. And I think, as people start to collaborate through their platforms, we can share more information. And so a commercial facility can learn more about what their customers are doing and what they're interested in outside of the gym, and be, more than that place that somebody goes to twice a week. It can be somewhere that, is their wellness hub, and they're interacting with that person on a daily, more regular weekly basis about all of their health and lifestyle. And I think technology is going to help with that. Certainly the TRX Training Center can help with that. And we'll be looking for partners that can that really complement that.
Now, no doubt you will get a plethora of huge companies, small companies joining you in these partnerships to develop TTC and, of course, develop their own content. Let's zoom out for the last question, Grant. Again, look at the industry from a macro perspective. There is a lot of money sloshing around now. There are some big names entering this marketplace. And of course, there are some household names getting stronger. Who do you think in the marketplace will influence the direction of where our industry, our community, our services will go in the future?
Yes, there's a lot of talk about big technology companies and wellness and medical companies entering the fitness industry. And that's great, because we're expanding beyond what traditionally fitness was, and who's attracted to be in the industry. I'm no better expert than anybody to name those names, but they're certainly coming. I think where I'd point to, though, is also to support that growth is we've got to continue to attract, educate and coach fitness professionals in the industry. We've got way too much turnover, and people have perhaps got to be really mentored on their way to success and development. I know the fitness industry has been great to me, and we've made a fantastic life out of the fitness industry through continuing to evolve and educate and develop ourselves. But I certainly think we're going to continue to attract lots of new talent and new people in the industry, and companies that can really hold on to them, nurture them, build communities, and make them feel successful in the industry will be successful, beyond doubt. And I think the second part too is to really realize that, I think post-pandemic, it's not just the traditional fitness market that is looking for fitness. I think there's a lot, more generations and demographics are looking for fitness. So I think also the companies that be successful that can reach beyond what the traditional commercial market is, and how to figure about retaining people that would like to be part of the fitness industry and have healthy habits and feel good about being part of the industry. I think they'll be successful into the future as well.
No, thanks, Grant, for the update, and great to see TRX doing so well. You have, at the end of the day, helped people become happier and healthier, whether they're at home, outdoors, in club, in hotel, and really excited to see what's going to happen also with the TTC. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll leave Grant's email and points of contact directly here afterwards. If you're interested in more information, either as a fitness business owner or a fitness professional, do reach out to Grant. They really are doing some incredible work in the marketplace and for our industry at large. Grant, as always, great to have you with us. Thanks for joining us, pal, and look forward to seeing all the new developments coming out of TTC and TTRX as a whole.
Thanks very much, Ross. Thanks for having me. And again, thank you for all the work you and your team do building the fitness industry through Asia.